Alright, what is going on everyone on YouTube? Griffin here coming back to you guys finally with another live stream from the Millennial Motivation Entrepreneur YouTube channel. First and foremost, before we get going, if you're new to the channel, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button below. We have over 670 of you here now, so it's awesome to see this network still growing day by day. And if you haven't already, definitely hop over to our Discord group chat. That should be down in the description box as well. Since it's been a while since we've gone live, I'm just making sure that everything is functioning properly, and that because I have two versions of Thinkorswim pulled up right now, I want to make sure that's not boggling down the stream or anything like that. If we run into any issues or anything, definitely just let me know. It's looking like we're doing pretty good so far. No yellow, no red box. So we are all good to go, it looks like. But yeah, finally doing a live stream. The mic may not be quite as crisp or clear because I'm not actually using my mic. Believe it or not, I'm actually using a webcam mic, and it doesn't sound half bad. I was pretty shocked by it, so I was like, you know what, I'll go ahead and let this go, let this ride, and we'll see how good the audio sounds after it uploads. And if worse comes to worse, then I just won't do it until I buy a new mic. But my old mic has finally went out on me. I've had this mic for like 3 years now, so I mean, it's not a surprise, I guess. It was only like a $40 or $50 mic. It's just that Snowball Ice mic or whatever you want to call them. So it was time to buy a new one anyways, but just trying to delay it until at least next month due to our budget. So we have a little push up, it looks like right now within MES. This is the Micro E-mini feature, of course, which is what we're going to be talking about today, obviously by the title of the video, how you can go about trading these Micro E-mini futures, even if you have no money, because me personally right now, you know, most of you know, I have no money in the market right now. We have a child who's literally going to be here any day now, for sure within the next 2 weeks, it sounds like. So we're just getting mentally prepared, financially prepared for that. We've got months on months of expenses set aside, but don't want to risk any money right now. So just kind of paper trading for the most part, which I have pulled up here as well. And like I said, that's what we're going to be talking about today, is how you can go ahead, dip your toes into the market, get used to trading these micro E-mini futures, or any futures for that matter. Through paper trading. A lot of people, I'm still amazed how many people do not know that paper trading, aka simulated trading, is available for totally free through not only Tastyworks, through TD Ameritrade, but other platforms as well. I like using TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim. It seems to be the most easiest in my opinion. Some people might not think so, but in my opinion it is. If you don't have it already, definitely, I mean, it's free. Like I say, you don't have to sign up. A lot of people are saying you have to fund your account. You do not have to fund your account. You never have had to fund your account. If you're having that issue, it's something going on with your sign up. You should be able to sign up, and then once it shows time to fund your account, if you scroll all the way down, it should give you an option that says save and continue later. I remember that whenever I signed up about 2 years ago, I had to do the same thing. You just have to hit save and continue later. You do not have to fund the account to get the paper trading or anything like that. So as you can see right now, based on the current price that this is showing at 290 or 29.92, it looks like it's saying I'm up currently $30. Obviously, this is going to be more delayed. It's telling me on my other Thinkorswim platform that's delayed as well. But if you look at the time here, it says it's right on the dot at 8:07. So I don't know why it's telling me it's partially delayed, because it's actually right up to the minute. And it actually looks like my paper trading might be up to date as well. Yeah, it's up to date as well. So I don't know why it's telling me it's delayed. Maybe the actual price action it's showing me is delayed. Maybe, by the looks of it, because this is showing 29.91. So yeah, that might be partially delayed. I don't know. It's just, I noticed that with Tastyworks lately, it's been kind of off a little bit lately. I don't know. We'll see. But it looks like we're having a quick little move. We're kind of stuck in this range the last 15 minutes. We're kind of in between 29.91 to 29.92, 93 at the highest. But point being, I'm kind of balancing back and forth. You can see I have two positions right here because I'm trying to do realistic trades. Like whenever I will actually start trading again, I'm only going to start trading with $1,000 to $2,000 at the max. Probably closer to 1,000 to 1,500. So this is only going to give me enough money to buy what? Usually 2 contracts. So if you're totally new to micro mini futures, I'm still getting used to saying that, micro E-mini futures, if you're brand new to them, just think of it as it's essentially like, if I remember right, it's 1/10 of what the /ES, the E-mini future. So everything is essentially 1/10. Before, you just had /ES, and it took, I believe, like $6 to $7,000, something like that, to place a trade. Now it only takes about $694. So a tenth of the price, you're getting a tenth of the profit loss, so to speak. So a lot less money you're putting on the table from a profit loss standpoint. Obviously, you're playing with smaller money, you're going to get smaller results, but I think this is opening the door big time for especially newer investors, or not even newer investors, just people that aren't playing around with a lot of quote unquote mad money, money that they're not afraid to lose and whatnot. Obviously, you should have many other investments making you other money that are a lot more safe, such as like multifamily real estate, or even something as simple as index funds. You should pretty much have plenty of income coming in from that before you consider playing around with some mad money. But point being, for those of you that are brand new to it, just to keep it in layman's terms, it takes about $690, or between $690 to $700 right now per trade, per position. So this position, for example, it's worth, after the commissions and fees, it's right around $1,300 to $1,400, and you can see right now we're only up 25. So I mean, if you're wanting to like keep track of like the true P&L from a percentage standpoint, so we're up, what does it say, like 25, roughly, right around 2250. Gone down quite a bit, it looks like, recently. We were up like 35 right before I started the stream. But anyways, we'll just say the 2250. So you're up 2250. If you locked your profits right now, after fees and commissions through TD Ameritrade, it ends up being, let's see, it's $694 to be exact. So I mean, you have your $694 times 2, because I have 2 positions, so it's $1,388. Let's just round up and say $1,390, because you're gonna have some fees and commissions on the backside, which I think actually adds up to like $1,392. So we'll just say that. $1,392. It's obviously not going to be a very big profit at all, but I'm not planning on closing this trade at all. It's only up about 1.5%. So I mean, that's still not even that bad, considering I literally just placed this trade about an hour or two ago, if I remember right, and we're now up another $2.50. We were up, like I said, $35. So I mean, we're up right around 1.5% to 3% on this position, which is not bad at all, considering, again, with futures, there's like no PDT. You can get in and out, in and out. Now, it's different depending on the actual platform you use, but we're just going to keep it layman terms here. We're going to stick strictly with TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim for now, just to keep it simple, because I know a lot of people that will be watching this are new. For TD Ameritrade, you are going to have the full $694 to submit the trade, or they will not let you. There's other things like AMP Futures, NinjaTrader, all that type of stuff, where a lot of times they give you a smaller amount. That is just for specifically day trading during intraday. If you were to try to hold a position overnight or place positions overnight, you would need what's called an initial margin requirement, which is the like $694 or whatever. It's not set by the brokers, it's set by a CME, if I remember right. So again, don't want to get too into that, but it's something you need to know, because you're going to need that full amount of money when trading if you want to do it overnight and whatnot, like I am in the near future. So anyways, let's check the stream real quick. I just want to make sure we're doing all right. Looks like we have 2 of you tuning in, and as always, if you have any questions, or if you're wondering anything, or just want to say hi, what's up, how's it going, definitely just shout it out there in the chat box. That's what I keep it pulled up for. But yeah, I mean, pretty boring right now within MES. It's probably not going to pick up again until sometime later on this evening. Sometimes we get a pretty big move. Pull up the 5-day chart just as an example. So let's see here. Let's like zoom in here, for example. So this will show right at 507. So obviously this was at the close. And then you can see, I mean, there wasn't any movement at all, really, until overnight, right around midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. You got a pretty good boost. I mean, you really don't see anything during these hours. You can scalp a little bit here and there, make a quick, like I said, we're up, what, like $30 or something like that right now. 25, so it would be like a quick 2% profit in and out type of thing within an hour or two. Like I said, I could have locked this at one point for about $35 or $40 of profit if I got it out at the high of 29.93. But my thing is when doing these micro e-mini futures, I'm not necessarily looking to scalp. Could I scalp? Probably. Like I said, we could cover right now after our commissions and everything make roughly, I don't know, somewhere around 18 bucks, maybe slightly more or less by a dollar or so, but we could make just some quick money if nothing else. Yeah, but whenever I'm doing these, how I plan on trading these and how I've had success with these, I don't know if I can maybe show you guys like my history. I know how to do it on the phone, but I do not know about on here. All I know is as of now, with this $25, I'm up like $940 so far the last month trading MES, doing this strategy where I just kind of look at the market. So we'll go back here because I like looking at it from like the actual live chart. So what I do is usually I don't really look at the 5-day chart too much. Honestly, I look more at the 20-day, and then I look at the overall daily chart. So 20-day, I can tell. Obviously, the market's kind of it's been almost a little slightly sideways, but a little bit more to the upside. Again, we've hit a brick wall just above 3,000. I've been saying forever until we can get back above 3,000 and hold above 3,000. I don't think we're necessarily quote unquote in a bull market. The market is still pretty much unchanged over the last year and a half now. So definitely not a bull market anymore, in my opinion. I think we're in the later stages of the bull market, and we're getting ready to transition into this bear market here. I mean, no one can predict the exact day or year or anything, but I definitely think within the next year, two at the max, that's like being super nice. I think we're definitely going to be entering a bear market. I mean, I said the same thing last year, but like I said, I mean, you can't really predict it at the end of the day. It just depends on a lot of things, obviously. But I look at the 20-day chart, and then, of course, I go back to the 1 year, 1 day. And what I do right now, because obviously MES just released back in May, a lot of times, I mean, it literally goes hand in hand with /ES. So I'll take a look at the E-mini S&P 500, which is /ES, and I'll look at the chart overall, and I'm like, okay, I can see we're entering some selling here. I zoom in a little bit to get a look at my indicators. It looks like we could continue selling. But really, we could go either way. Our RSI's cooled off quite a bit. Once we got above 3,000, it was almost guaranteed we were going to pull back slightly to at least retest 3,000. We broke 3,000. We came down to what, like 2970, something like that. 2970, almost right on the dot, actually. So we bounced there. We're back up almost to 3,000. And in my opinion, after quote unquote yesterday's result, which was today's result, Monday being an up day, I was like, okay, I think we're probably going to bounce somewhere up to around 3,000, maybe even 3,000 to 1020 at the highest, somewhere right around this range, probably closer to like 3,005 is kind of what I'm thinking. So that's why I went ahead and hopped in this long position. I got in pretty low. If we get it pulled back up here, /MES, pull up the 1 day, 1 minute. I got in pretty low. Like I said, we got in at 29.89 if I recall. Yeah, 29.89. So I mean, I like where I got in. I got in at a pretty low price. You can see it came down here, clear to 29.87. So I mean, okay, I could have got a whole nother 2 points, but you're never going to time it perfectly right. So I mean, I'm in at a pretty good price, and if I even get it to 3,000, honestly, I'll probably sell at 3,000. Or if it looks like we're struggling, right now it looks like 29.93 is going to be kind of a brick wall, at least overnight until we either push to the upside or push to the down. I'll set a stop loss before I go to bed, probably at 29.89 or 29.88, kind of where I bought it. I don't know for sure though. I might want to set it slightly lower just because it looks like the support is right around 29.87. So I mean, who knows? I might wiggle it to like 29.86. I'm risking essentially 3 points to the downside for 9 points to the up, or actually 11 points to the upside. So a very good ratio when it comes to like the potential loss, potential win. So essentially, if you don't know kind of like how the micro E-mini futures work from a profit standpoint, so obviously this moves in a 0.25 per tick. So I mean, it's going to move to, say it goes up or just went down. So it went down to 29 91.5. So for every 0.25, every tick, you're going to either gain or lose $1.25 of profit per position you're holding. So like me right now, I'm holding 2 positions. So for every point it goes up, I'm going to make like $2.50, or every point it goes down or tick, however you want to call it, I'm going to lose $2.50. So my thought process behind it was hey, if I can get in here at 28 or 29.89 and it go up to 3,000, that's in a whole 11 point move to the upside. So you have 4 ticks per point. That means 4 times 11 points, you have 44 ticks to the upside, right? So if I have 250 because I have 2 positions, right? That's $1.25 times 2. That's 250. If I make 250 on each one, then that would be $110 of profit, which is not bad at all, in my opinion. And this might take a day, it might take a few days. Market might have a down day tomorrow, but with these, it's not like options. You don't have time decay eating at your position. You can kind of just relax. This doesn't quote unquote expire until September, which obviously isn't too far away, but I mean, you've got a whole month essentially, a little over a month for this position to play on your favor. You don't have the Greeks, you don't have any of that BS. It's just simply, I need it to go up above 29.89 before this date. Period. That's all you need to know. It's simple. Anyone can do this kind of trading, which is what I love about it at the end of the day. But anyways, we have $110 to the upside. And right now I'm considering, honestly, 29.86 as being my downside. So 3 points, there's 4 ticks per point. So that is a 12 tick to the downside move times 250 again. And that means we're risking $30. So we're risking $30 to the downside. We're risking a $30 loss for a potential $110 gain. Obviously, that's before your commissions and everything. You're probably talking more of like a 35 to $37 to the downside versus $100 to $105 to the upside. But you get what I mean. Talking pretty good. I like those odds in my opinion. That's what you want to do when it comes to trading anything, in all honesty, not just futures, not just options, not just anything. I mean, when you're trading anything or investing in anything, you want to look at the downside risk versus the upside potential, and you just want to calculate it pretty good. Like I always want to have at least a 3-to-1 risk ratio, meaning I have a potential to make 3 times as much to the upside as I can have for one. So pretty much for every $1 that I could lose, I would rather have $3 potential of gain. Now, obviously, the potential for gain is quote unquote unlimited in the market. A lot of times, other than when you're messing with some of those options that are restricted loss, restricted wins, blah, 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 blah. But that's a different topic for a different video. I have videos about that if you want to check those out. But point being, you just want to, it's all about risk management at the end of the day. That's with any investing, no matter if it's in real estate, no matter if it's in that shitty Bitcoin, whatever you're trading, whatever you're investing in, it's all about risk. If you can't manage your risk, you're never going to be consistent in making money, which is what I have found works best for me so far with paper trading these. And I think a lot of people would definitely benefit from this type of trading style. Is just minimum, you want to have a 3-to-1 minimum. Like I said, this one, it's a, let's see, I'm risking 12 points to the downside versus or not 12 points, 12 ticks, which is 3 points overall versus 11 points. So mine's roughly a 3, almost 4-to-1 upside. We'll just round down and say 3-to-1. So I'm pretty much perfectly at a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio, which is ideal, essentially. If you can keep your risk management right around 3-to-1, you're going to do quite a bit of profitable trades. Right now, obviously, this is kind of a bad time just because the market's going to be kind of moving in this range, it looks like, probably for the next few hours until we have some sort of movement before long. But we'll see what happens either way. Either way, I am super excited with trading these micro E-mini futures. I think a lot of you will do very, very well trading micro E-mini futures, especially those of you option traders that are in love with trading SPY. I used to trade SPY a lot too. The risk reward management, it's harder in options. Options, you need stuff to happen relatively quickly. You have all the Greeks working against you for the most part, depending on how you're trading options exactly. Options is just a lot more, it's a lot more technicals essentially, where with these futures, I mean, it's straightforward. I mean, the contracts expire in September, which means you have till September. I forget the exact date. If somebody knows that, feel free to shout it out in the chat or in the comments after the video uploads. I forget the exact date these expire each quarter, but you have a quarter. You have 3 months essentially. So say the next one would be October, November, December, I believe. So say you buy a contract in mid-September or even beginning of October, you have 2 whole months for the position to play out in your favor, be it either to the upside, to the downside if you're shorting or going long. I personally tend to go long a lot more than short. I notice when I go short, I still make money. Like my trade that I just closed, I told you guys about on the Sunday Stock Watch, it was a short, and I made over $300 on that position. Paper trade, of course. Made $300 on it, but it took a week and a half to play out, which isn't bad necessarily. It was a 5 contract position. So I mean, if you wanted to do the math real quick, it was 5 contracts, say times 693, which is roughly what it was after commissions and whatnot. So you had 3465 invested, quote unquote, paper trade, of course, and you made looks like we're getting a little push here. I think it was 350 to be exact. Don't hold me to it. I believe it was 350 though. 350 divided by, what was it, 3465, something like that. So we made 10% in a week. That's not a week and a half at the most. That's not bad in my opinion. It took a while to play out, but that's the beauty of futures versus options. A lot of the options that I was trading, they were more so monthly or bi-weekly, weekly some cases. And I mean, we were trading anything that has only like a month or less. It just takes, you have to have the trade go in your favor relatively quickly, usually within a day, 2 days, and then if you're trading the weeklies or bi-weeklies, you've usually got one trading session essentially before you kind of start burning your money. So there's just a lot more that goes into options versus futures. I could do a whole video. I probably will do a video about that in the future, just why I prefer futures over options. I'm sure that video may or may not get a lot of hate just because I know there's a lot of love in the options community. Options can be great, especially if like it's a guarantee pretty much that, hey, this stock's going to keep dropping, or hey, this stock's going to keep going up, because you can place a short-term option and make a lot of money. There's people that make hundreds of percents, thousands of percents in a day just because they happen to be in a stock at the right time on a call or on a put. Disney was a prime example. Disney jumped, I forget how many percentage points, like 8 or 16, something crazy, a big move to the upside for Disney back when the whole streaming service thing came out, and there were people making like 2,200% returns. But I mean, for every win like that, how many losses do they have where they literally lose the entire investment? That's something you got to keep in mind with options. Same can be said for futures or any type of trading, but options is kind of the, almost kind of like penny stock trading, to be honest. It's super high risk for sure. And like I said, it's all about risk management at the end of the day. He who manages his risk the most will make the most in the long run. So you can see we tried to pop up close to 29.93 again. We'll see if it gets rejected here or not, which for me, oops, I did not mean to zoom in that far. Yeah, you can see still pretty brick wall right there, which means right now we are up roughly $27 to $30. Not too bad. Like I said, I'll probably stay in this for sure overnight. Like I said, I'll probably set a stop loss right around 29.86, probably somewhere around there, 29.85 at the lowest for sure. And my plan is to hold it overnight. I think the market's going to go up tomorrow personally. Probably not a lot, not as much as today. I forget how much we actually went up today. Was it 29.93? I know we had a pretty good day today, but I wasn't watching it. I don't think we're going to have like some huge 20-30 point move to the upside. I'm looking for more of, like I said, probably somewhere around, we're up 3.25 right now. I think we'll move up another 5 points probably, maybe 10 at the most. So we're looking at an 8 to 15 point gain tomorrow, which, like I said, if we get that, I'll cover the profits and move on. We'll make $110 roughly on that position. We'll take the money and run at that point. So it's just about risk management, like I said. Check the stream real quick, make sure we're doing all right. We got 2 of you tuning in. I'll probably get ready to end this stream soon. I don't want to keep you all or just keep going on about the same thing. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the stream so far, though. If you have so far, definitely make sure to smash the like button. I greatly appreciate that. Or if you haven't, hit the thumbs down. Either way, engagement's what it's all about at the end of the day. I love the engagement from you guys. And like I said, if you comment on the video after the fact that it uploads, YouTube's been messing up with sending me notifications lately, so if you have any questions, the best way to reach me and actually ask me a question or anything is in our Discord group chat. It's down in the description box as well. And while you're at it, definitely hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you here. Sooner we get to 1,000 subscribers, the sooner a lot of fun stuff will start happening with this channel, because then YouTube allows me to stream from my phone again, which makes a world of difference. For sure, especially with the mic issues I've been having lately. How's it going, Mike? Speaking of Mike, how's the audio quality going, guys, for those of you watching so far? I know it's not going to be great because I'm actually using a webcam microphone because my microphone's just gone completely out on me, but I was actually personally surprised. I recorded a few videos to test out this microphone, and I was pretty shocked at how good this webcam mic seems to be, but hopefully while streaming it's still doing decent, at least. Like I said, I know it's not going to be great, but hopefully it's at least bearable, to say the least. But yeah, like I said, I mean, we're probably going to move pretty sideways over the next few hours. Mike, you probably even know this tends to be kind of the slow, everyone's getting into their pajama pants and getting their coffee and everything ready for tonight. And somewhere around midnight, a little bit after, it's probably going to start picking up a little bit. We'll see if we're going to push through 29.93 or not. How's it going there? Sorry, I can't pronounce that, but how's it going? But yeah, it's just a boring time right now. You can see, I mean, we had this, I actually got in at a pretty good time. I timed my entry pretty well. Because see, what I did was, and I think I even mentioned to you guys in Discord that I got in at 29.89, and what I did was I saw this push down. I was so tempted to get in because I saw it was oversold, or was it right here? Might have been this one. I forget what time exactly I got in, but I know at one point it had just hit oversold some, and I was considering getting in, but I wanted to wait for some sort of quote-unquote confirmation. I believe it was in here because it was around like 7 o'clock, if I remember right. I really want to know. If someone wants to hold me accountable and check Discord, that'd be great. But I believe I got in on this one. Saw that we started pushing up, got in right as it came back down. I believe this is it for sure, because I got in, like I said, right around 28.89. Well, I mean 29.89, and then we've rode it up ever since. So we'll see what happens. I think, like I said, I think the market's going to be up about roughly 1/4% tomorrow, which would be, like I said, what, somewhere right around 10 points or so, which for me would mean essentially getting out. My target sell is going to be 3,000. And then once the market hits 3,000, I'm going to watch to see if we continue to the upside, or if we look like it's going to break at 3,000 again and go to the downside, then I will switch short, and then I'll write it down probably into the 29.70s, maybe even lower. It just depends on when I get in exactly what the market looks like at that point. And like I said, how do I determine all this? I mostly look at ES right now because obviously MES is still new. There's not enough to go off of on the daily chart, but they move literally hand in hand with one another. So I just look at each one. I look at ES the most when I look at my daily chart and my 20-day chart. So first thing I do is take a look at the daily chart, get a feel of how the market's moving overall. Right now we're kind of in this point where it's like, do we want to push through 3,000? Do we want to say no, we're going back down and having the first true correction of this year? I think we're slowly getting there. I think we're getting ready to break. Like I said, my 2 cents is we're going to retest to 3,000, and then we're going to fail. We're going to hit right like 3,000, 3,005, somewhere in that range, and then we're probably going to break and then possibly have the first correction of this year. It just depends on how earnings go and everything, in all honesty. And earnings have been decent, but keep in mind, earnings have only been good because guidance got cut big time the last couple of quarters. So I don't know. It's kind of a two-sided thing. But when I'm looking at this, like I said, I pull up the 1-year, 1-day chart first just to get a feel of the market overall via my RSI and MACD. And then I pull up the 20-day chart just to kind of see, okay, how have we been moving lately? We've been moving to the upside quite a bit, and now we're kind of stuck in this range between 2970 and 3000 roughly. And I'm like, okay, we right around the 2970s is where we bounced yet again. So it was a good indicator that, okay, we might try to retest 3000. You can see the SMA is right at 3000 about. So I was like, we'll probably get to 3000. If we get to 3000, I'll sell, make my $110 really quick, and then maybe go to the short side. Have you ever used the DMI? I have not actually for the minute chart. So let's get it pulled up here. It's been a while since I've used the computer version. Let's see, it's a study, I assume, DMI. I think it's just this one. You can tell me if I'm wrong on it. I'll add it here. See, it's in my lower. Okay, I'll apply it. So I don't know anything about this, to be honest. DMI wireless, or maybe do I have to adjust my do I need to adjust anything here, Mike? So see, the color is blue. The length is at 14. I don't know if I need to change that length. If I need to change that, let me know. But right now, to be honest, I don't know what the hell I'm even looking at. I'm on the 1 minute chart right now. Set it to 10. Okay, let's see what this does. We'll apply. Okay, so I've got it at 10. Okay, so I see, so we're following this blue line for the most part.